what I want to do is make a more generic one with like all the like not party pictures, but like event picture videos and stuff. I was hoping some more of our team would be on here. Guess if we wait a couple minutes, maybe I'll bring it up more, but I really want to get some like video clips from more of the team and stuff, of like Kate, it's like of stuff, like anything that could go into a very generic ad. And I want to make up a really cool ad for the whole team that they could all use and see, like especially a lot of the new people too that don't have the content yet, and like aren't as great at video editing and stuff, so that they could run it too, possibly. I know Caitlin Leslie did one like that, and she put like a couple testimonials at the end, just like really quick clips of like everybody cutting in and out. Like one person would start a sentence and another person would end it, and it was really cool. So I'd like to try and build something like that over the next couple weeks, because me and Kate got this really awesome editing program yesterday, and I'm super fucking stoked on it. It's got like all the cool filters, and it's got all the cool like writing fonts and like transition filters and all this cool shit. It's got some music, and it was okay. Like my music that I picked was okay, and like Kate's music that she picked was okay. I'd like to find some better stuff. Maybe get
like the GoPro had better music.
Yeah, GoPro has better music. The only thing, I guess what I could do though, Kate, is maybe I could take like once I make the video, take the video, implement it into the GoPro Plus, and then add music maybe. That way, because the GoPro Plus definitely has the better music. But I wonder if, how there was that option to buy the extra for that program. I wonder if when we buy that, we get more music.
Good question.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody right now use Filmora? Wondershare? No. Well, when you have the extra money, I think it worked out. Well, Kate bought like the watermark, just part of the program so far, and we're on a free trial right now, so I don't know when that ends. Try and get out as many videos as possible before that ends. And then she bought to remove the watermark. But I think we still have to buy the full program. I think we still have to buy the full program because it showed like a combination package. Remember that, Kate, was for like $90 or something?
Yeah, but it's I have a year. I eat one full year. I can use it for a full year.
Yeah, without the watermark. But I think there's still a trial on the actual program, like for like all the extras. But I'm not sure. I have to look more into it. But yeah, I really want to get more into that program and like get really into what it does, and try and get out some really sweet ads to put in the like file sections of our groups and stuff. And like if it's generic enough too, Nikki, like I wouldn't mind if you guys used it too. It might say something about it be more like mine and Mike's face, but it would, if it's generic enough, then you could probably use it. But yeah, and like if you send in a clip of yourself too to add into it, then it could make it more like yours. But yeah, I'm gonna work on stuff like that. I need to take a day off video editing though. That was fucking intense yesterday. I literally thought my brain was going to explode by like 9 p.m. I was like, oh my God, cannot stare at this thing anymore. The thing that took the longest though wasn't actually the video editing. It was the uploading of the GoPro like videos, because they're so high quality. And like both mine and Kate's are not the quickest computer. I don't know why. Like I bought a computer with supposedly a quick fucking processing system, but it's not. But I think it has something to do with my internet too. Our internet's been sucking lately. But yeah. And plus I've like
Mike was what is that? Oh. Mike was trying to explain. What?
Still your fan. Anyway, just talk loud.
Okay. So yeah, my girl Ashley Powell, she was asking. Did you hear that?
Yes, but just talk.
Okay. Have you heard of iPayout asking for company verification? It's asking to submit a certificate of registration, and like I know that we have to put the code in, right? And then you have to put in like your own personal information. Is that basically what she's asking, or is there? Because I haven't even done my iPayout yet, which I should, because there's like a buttload of money sitting in there. But
you're still asking the wrong person. I didn't do ours, but I know what Michael had to get was, yes, a code of some sort. He also had to get the direct deposit form from the bank. He also had to get something.
It sounds like a certificate of registration.
I'll just yell at him. I'll be right back.
Jesus. Oh my God. It was like one of those things where the volume's really quiet. And my friend was like, why is this guy asking if I know you? And then you like put it really close to your ear and they like scream.
Okay, I know what it is. It is that W-8 form that you have to fill out.
W-8. Why do I not know what that is?
Because you haven't got to that part in yours. When Michael's done his cigarette, I'll get him to come on and explain it more. Has anybody else done the iPayout thing? Finished it? In there here? No? Okay. I know it's just a form you got to fill out for the government so that they know that you're collecting this money.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so Nikki, this is your Zoom. What do you want to talk about today?
Oh my gosh. Like, honestly, you guys, I have just been slacking in the past 2 weeks. Seriously, like it's absolutely horrible, but all I can think of is like this baby, and I've just been like wiping down baseboards and just being like a nut. So yeah, I just like had a hi Mike.
Hey Nikki. Stop.
Hey Mike.
So can you explain what the W-8 form is? I kind of did. It's just
basically because we get paid USA, right? So it's so Gaz doesn't have to pay our taxes. We have to pay our taxes on our commissions, right? Doesn't matter where it's coming from, Enagic, Global Affiliate Zone, we still have to pay our taxes on our income, right? So they're covering their ass, so they're not having to pay all those taxes at the end of the year. They're liable to us, right? That's why we have to sign the W-8 form.
And do you have that code, or is it a code that comes from your bank?
It's right when you go into your iPayout, right, and you're setting everything up. You're putting your bank stuff in there, and it'll come up as W-8 form. Hey, you haven't signed your W-8 form yet. You just click the yellow button in the W-8, and then it'll bring up the page, and all you do is just write your name in it. You can do it from your computer. It's like a DocuSign, and you just submit it.
Okay. And that's the certificate of registration then?
Yeah, should be.
And what's that code that you had to use? Is that specific to you?
The code is the bank institution code. Like it's the...
Your bank? Your specific bank?
Yes. You have to phone your banking, their
specific code.
Transit number or whatever they use.
And you can also get the direct deposit form, and it all has to match. So whatever code that you put in, what? Oh, I thought you were giving me a sour face. She went away. I don't even know why I'm
It's
trying.
the SWIFT code.
It's called the SWIFT code, Kate. I don't know if you can hear me over that annoying noise. Her computer is, it got put through a lot of hell yesterday, so now her fan's like, ah. You know, like when your vacuum's going to explode, it has that, like, the noise. I feel like that's her computer right now. But anyway, okay, so Nikki, the one thing that I can say is, fuck, you're having a baby, dude. There's like your value is totally off track right now, and that's fine. This is a totally different scenario for you, right? The one thing that I'm doing with my team right now is really cool. We're all reading the same book. It's called The Breakthrough Experience, because a lot of us haven't read it yet. And a lot of us are struggling with staying motivated, keep doing our 4 pillars and those kind of things. So what we are doing with them is everyone, the leaders, the downlines, and like the sub downlines, even like not our team, but like our team down, is all reading the same book. And then every single night, instead of writing our 4 pillars, we are saying what we read within the book, like what we learned from the book, how we're going to implement it, and what we did nice that day. So just like a little clip on like how we're helping other people, how we're going to implement what we're reading into what we're doing. It's just a little change from the 4 pillars to like freshen it up. And like, instead of writing it, we're actually doing video clips within our group. So like, I don't know if you have, like you can use our mastermind little chat if you want. I don't mind if you don't have anyone else that you can share it with. That would be that's totally cool if that would help you kind of stay on motivated and stuff, because like even just reading, and I have the PDF file for that book if you don't want to go out and buy it. So if you want it, just let me know. But it's just something to kind of keep everybody on track a little bit. And the Breakthrough Experience is a really good book. John Demartini, or whatever his name is a fabulous author and motivational speaker. So even if that just helps you just keep that mindset throughout your process of having this new baby, because yes, right now it's hard, but even after it's going to be harder. So it's just going to be one more thing after another, and you have to find a way if you want this to, happen and keep happening, because right now is the best time to be, enlisting in your leads, enlisting in your business, because by Christmas, literally you need to set a 60-day goal. Because by Christmas, everybody in their month, in the month of Christmas, is going to shit the bed. Whether it be not showing up to webinars, not showing up to Zooms because everybody's so busy, not being able to put the ad budget into their monthly thing because they're spending it on Christmas presents, which honestly I think is stupid. I haven't bought Christmas presents in like 3 years for my kids. I just, whatever. But anyway, that's my own personal opinion. And things like, not just that, but at Christmas time, our ads get taken over by the big, huge companies, right? So we actually have to spend a lot more to get the leads at Christmas time. So you need to set a very strict 6-month, 60-day goal for yourself, no matter how little or big it is, but for yourself, so you're going to continue working. Because if you allow everything that's going on in your life to take you away from even an hour a day putting into your business, especially after baby and all that stuff, it's going to be Christmas in a blink of an eye for you, especially because you have so much going on over the next 2 months. So find a way to just do 1 hour. Even if it's half an hour, just do something for your business every single day. And anytime you have a thought about it, 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it now. And then it's just done for the day, and you don't have to worry about it all day long. And you're not, because with baby, there is no planning. You literally have to do the 5-second rule. If she's sleeping or he's sleeping, I don't know if you know what you're having. You have to do those moments, and yes, sleep when baby's sleeping, but yes, work when baby's sleeping too. You know what I mean? Or when baby's like nursing or something. Like, just always have that mentality that, okay, I'm just gonna have the 5-second rule throughout this next 6 months, like or 60 days. Like, even that little bit of a rule for you is going to make a huge difference. If I think about it, I'm just going to do it because I know I can't plan.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
for sure. That's great. That's great advice. And it's just like, it's just getting kind of just back on track. Like I did, like this week I did type out like a new ad that I'm going to throw out, but I'm going to wait till Monday. Like, we're getting family pictures tomorrow. So I'm going to like throw a couple family pictures and stuff in there and whatnot. So that'll be good. But yeah, so I'm going to launch my new ad probably, whenever I get the pictures. So she's pretty quick, so she'll get them to me. So either Sunday night or Monday.
Well, and then normally they give you like a preview, like a one photo that's a preview, like her best photo that she got. So even just using that, like whatever.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and I have like other few like that I've just taken in the last while, so just throw that on there or whatever. And yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. It's just like shitty lately. I did message all my leads though, so that was good. but only like two of
It's a
them only
win.
two of them got back to me, which is fine, but it is a win in itself. So
Yeah.
so that was good. So I'm still like doing little things like here and there, but I just feel like I could be doing like so much
And
more, you know what I
maybe
mean?
over the next like couple weeks, find ways to automate your stuff a little bit more. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Even just that, I know it's kind of like a more difficult step, but for you, over the next little bit, it might be the best step for you because you're not going to be able to message back those leads right away. Look into ManyChat. Corey is going to do a training Zoom for us over the next week on how to get it set up quickly, so you can literally, it'll be just like the training in the back office, step by step by step. And the thing that I think would be really good for you, Nikki, even if it's just the first message is automated, they get added to a list. And then anytime, like on a Monday or Thursday, that you want to send out this broadcast, which is like one message to all of these people on Boat Webinar, all you have to do is click one button. Instead of sit there and copy and paste. You know, it might be worth spending a couple hours over the next week or two to get that set up before baby comes, because even if it's only automated the first message, as soon as they reply back to that first message, they're automatically added to that list. And you don't have to have all of the message automated. That's kind of what I'm going to go for. Just get them on my list. And then anytime I want to send out a broadcast about a webinar or anything cool that we're doing, like events and all this thing, then all I have to do is click one button to send it to everybody that's on my list.
That's awesome. That's like a really good tool.
Yeah. So you know what? You might have to, okay, Kate. Hey, I love you. Call you. Okay. Yeah, you know what, might take a couple extra steps before baby comes, but if you can automate as much as possible in the meantime, it will be really good. And again, I would say just have the 5-second rule as your 60-day goal to always do it. To always, as soon as you think of something, just be like, okay, I know I'm tired. I know I was up all night with baby, but I just have to do this quickly. And you just count it down and do it, because your next 3 months are going to be chaos. It's just that you have to admit it and see it as a full, and know that if you want your business to stay consistent, it's going to have to do it. And stay during this week, like get as much done this week as possible. Like go in and freaking, you can use, I think it's called Loomly, Loomly, and you can set up your posts for your page for the next like year if you wanted to.
Okay.
Or you can sit on Facebook and do the same thing, and it wouldn't have to like register or stuff. It might actually be easier just for you to just set up the next 60 days worth of posts, at least one post a day. You know what I mean? Do it on a day that you're feeling really like, yes, I can do this, and like you're writing really good content, right? Like it doesn't have to be long. Like I don't know if you follow my page, but I did a post every single day for the last month, and all I did was do stuff that was like getting them to comment, like little emojis and be like, check this out, today's mantra, whatever. And then anytime that I had something extra to post, it was just a bonus, right? It wasn't like I had to do it that day. And just try and get as much automated over the next week or so, and you'll find that your 60-day goal becomes a lot easier, because now you're not worrying about posting, you're not worrying about messaging back those people immediately because you have ManyChat set up. You're not, and it just has to be that first automation. And then as you, because you've already introduced yourself and done all this stuff with them in the first chat or the first message, if you take an hour or two, you can just tell them, relate to them, look, I got a baby, and I'm gonna get back to you as much as possible. Maybe implement that into your first message. Just be like, hey guys, because you can set it to message them back. It messages them right from their comment. So the more info comment. It doesn't reply to their comment on the more info, but it does that initial message. So as soon as anybody comments on your ad, they're getting a message from you. And you can automate it to be within 5 minutes. You can do it instantly. You can, if you don't want it to go instantly so it doesn't look too computerized, you can set it for like 10 minutes later, whatever you want. But watch that training this week. I'll let you know when Corey has it up, and I'll try and share it with you guys, especially you, Nikki, because you're not in like our little group. But stuff like that, like really try and automate your business, because with baby coming, it's just going to be a handful, and you're not going to be able to stay as consistent as normal. So you're already having issues with it. So I would just find ways now to automate everything so that all you have to do is the bare minimum every day. And it's like that bare minimum is actually an extra step to what normally would have been the bare minimum because you already did the basic shit for the next 2 months. Even if you take 10 minutes every night and do a week's worth of posting, it takes like 10 minutes. It doesn't take very long. And every night for the next like week, you do a week's worth. That's 7 weeks you've done. That's almost the 60 days, right? And that's only took you 1 week and 10 minutes a day.
No, that's perfect. No, thank you so much. Yeah, this is great. I'm like writing down all these little notes.
Well, you know, it's just like someone looking at the picture from the outside, right? Like for you, you're seeing it as a big and you're like, how the fuck am I going to do this? And for me, it's like, well, you just got to like break it down. You know, you just have to put it down because you're going to be worrying about too much. And then just like all of us, we have to figure out, you know, all these things and big 60-day goals for Christmas because we're all going to be busy and this and that and that. It just happens. And so we need to crank out as much in our business over the next 60 days as we can so that we can spend that month not really worrying, not really, you know, putting all that work into it because it's already done. We've already done all the work over the last 2 months and it'll be so much better for all of us if we do it that way. Because I like drinking at Christmas.
I hopefully will have a few bottles of wine at Christmas.
Yes, you will.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I bet. I can't even imagine being pregnant again. No.
Yeah. This is it. I already told. Well, I was talking to my husband, and I'm just like, I've already scheduled your vasectomy. I'm like, we're done.
That's
He's
what
like,
I did
my
too.
eyes are like tearing up.
You'll probably change your mind once that baby comes, but I agree with you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
totally.
I don't know. Anyway,
there was actually one more thing that I was gonna do. There's this girl that I know it's like beach body stuff or whatever, but she only lives like an hour away from me, and she's like a 3-time elite. Like she's been doing it for like just about 4 years, but I think she hit like her $1 million mark like 3.5 years in, and she's like unreal.
Yep.
So I was gonna reach out to her because like her like branding and like all that kind of stuff, like she's so good at it.
Totally.
And I think that she could probably add like a lot of value just as far as like kind of branding and sort of putting yourself out there and like confidence and stuff like that. So I was gonna actually message her because she has a lot of like mutual friends because she grew up kind of around the area, so I know a whole bunch of girls from around here. But I was wondering if we could have her like as a guest speaker or something, if she'd be up for that at like some point. Like even if it's just like our like little group or whatever, but you know, like she just has like lots of insight and, you know, been doing it for like 4 years, right? So it's just kind of like starting and then, you know, and she brings a lot of value like with all her posts and stuff. Like she puts the time in.
Yeah, for sure. If I'm always up for, you know, someone new to come on, like, because too, like I look all the time at other people's posts on Facebook, other companies. I don't necessarily look at what's going on in this community because for me, I don't want to do the same as everybody else in the community. I want to do something completely different that sets me apart from the rest of the community. So I'm always looking for outsourcing ideas. I never really thought of having anybody come on and speak about it, but if she's willing to do so, I'm willing to have her on. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Well, I was just going to actually message her today and just see, like, I don't know if she'll be interested or not. Like, she might just say, like, fuck off, but whatever.
Don't think about it like that. She'll want to do it. You know, if her community's in, I don't know much about Beachbody, but I know Candace is in it. And a lot of my friends have been in it. So I'm sure the community's just as supportive as ours. And if she's smart, she'll want to because she'll get ideas from us too, just by brainstorming all together. And I think that's how I would bring it up and just say, hey, look, I have this like really good group of like boss babes that, you know, we are, yes, we're in affiliate marketing and you're in, you know, multi-level marketing. But I think if we bring our brains together for one little meeting that we have every day with our team, we could probably come up with some really good ideas together. So that's probably how I'd word it over just her doing all the work, right? And then she'd probably.
Oh no, for sure. Like, and that's how I was going to kind of present it. Like we have a mastermind and want to get together and that kind of stuff. So but just an option, just for something different, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, dude, you started this fucking Friday. Well, it was Thursday, but Friday morning chat. So do whatever you want. I don't care. And I'm in for anything.
Right on.
I'm always up for learning something new. So, and even if she says stuff I don't agree with, that's fine, because like honestly, somebody else might find value from it. Just because I don't,
Yeah,
somebody else might. And it's always good to get someone else's opinion on what we're doing too, because we need that outside look. We are very biased on what we do, right? So every time, like even my ads, like the ones that I have with my kids in it, I get slack on it sometimes too, because it's like people think I'm using my kids to make money, and it's like, oh, actually, I refuse to use Aiden because he doesn't want to be on camera, so I don't put him on anything because he's told me he doesn't want to do that, right? But Ryder, every day, Mom, can I see how many views are on my video? Mom, am I famous yet? Mom, can I do another video? Yes,
That's
yes,
cute.
please make all the videos because you're cute as fuck and people love you. But yeah, like it's always good to have that outside opinion on stuff. So totally happy in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll message her today and see what's up.
Totally. Oh, Candace, thank you so much for yesterday doing that little video on the breakthrough experience and getting people to do it. And I think we had a pretty good turnout. I'm hoping today that we have more. I know for myself, I almost didn't do it. Like by the time I did it, I was like, yeah, I'm here. But yeah, I did it. And like, I know Dustin did the same thing. It's kind of me, like, but was honest, was like, I didn't fucking read. But, you know, I read a little bit or I listened to an audio just to get the content enough to be on here and show up and do it. And I think us being like that, like me and Dustin being like that, is going to show people. And Dave, I think, did the same thing. He's like, I didn't get to read very much. Kate said the same thing. I didn't get to read very much today, but I still am here. I still did it. And I loved that. So I think we'll have a whole bunch more people doing it today. I'm going to send out a little reminder after this Zoom and just be like, hey, who's going to read the book today?
And probably some people might not have watched it because it was me and not you. Like,
you know what though? I love that we're having, like, you know, I want to keep doing that. Like, I think that was a really good idea to have other people come out and act as, not act, but be the leader for the week, you know? And I can't always be me, you know? And that's why I did the post prior, right? I didn't say who was going to be doing telling us what's going to go on, but I warned them that a new I guess it's not really competition, challenge was coming. Yeah, challenge was coming up. So I love it. I can't wait to do some more. I actually really like that book. I love that book, but I was just listening to an audio. But so far, like, I need to go actually buy the paper though. It's so hard to read on the PDF.
yeah, I'm not a fan of PDF or audio even, to be honest. Like, if I'm going to read a book or if I'm going to do an audio of a book, I need the paper copy because I just...
So you can follow?
Well, not even that. Like, I think subconsciously it's good to do audios, but like for me, I don't really take much away from audio because I can be so preoccupied. Like, I can do dishes, I can go, you know, talk to my kids, I can do all these things. So when I'm reading, it's like, leave me alone. It's mommy time. I'm having wine or tea and just click off.
I love that little room you did your video in too. Is that your daughter's room, Mila? The one with all the crazy wall?
It's
or where is it? Oh, it's Scarlett's. Yeah, I was like, oh, what a cute room. I didn't see that one when I was there. Super, super cute. Kate, I think you did yours too, didn't you? Did you do your reading last night? I watched a whole bunch. I can't remember if you did yours.
No, I didn't do mine because I was reading the last chapter of The Subtle Art.
Oh, good job.
I really wanted to finish that first and then start.
Totally, no big deal. Are you going to start today?
Yeah, I'm going to do it today.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's a lot of the other things too. People wanted to kind of finish up what they were already doing because we kind of just threw it on them. So that's cool too. You know, I want to see people. I like that we're all reading the same book so that we can all kind of see all of how each and every one of us take something different from, and we're all be at different levels of the book too, depending on our speed of reading. So I'm really excited. You know, Mike kicked us off with a pretty good video yesterday, so that was a kick in the butt because I was giving him shit at like 9 p.m. I'm like, we haven't done our reading, we haven't done our video, and blah blah blah. He's like, I fucking did a long time ago. I'm like, damn it. Oh, oh well. Mama Cat's on the loose, you know.
That was like me last night, right before Dustin did his video. I'm like, did you do your video yet? He's like, no, that's not today. I'm like, did you watch my go live or did you just tag people in it? Like, you're doing it right now. And he's like, I haven't read it. I'm like, well, go read a page and tell what you got from it. Like, and he was like, no, I don't want to do a video. And he's humming and hawing and back and forth. I'm like, you get your butt in there right now. And I like stood at the door and I was like, you're doing it.
You're doing it. Yeah, you know what? That's awesome. I love when we have couples in here because me and Mike do the same thing. We battle each other all the time. Like yesterday, I was working on that video ad so much all day that I didn't message a soul. By the time I was done and I got to Thursday team webinar at Kate's house, and I got to my glass of wine, Michael's already texted me. He's like, why the hell do you have like 15 messages in your inbox? And I'm like, I'm on it. I'm doing it right now. And it's like just good because they're always continuously pushing you because they know in the back end too, right? And the one, and you know, like Nikki and Kate, your spouses might not be in it, but let them know to give you shit. You know what I mean? Like it sometimes sucks. Like a lot of the time I get mad at Michael, like leave me alone, I'll do it when I do it, but because I'm doing other stuff too. But it's good to have that someone else making you feel like it is important too, right? Like yes, it might suck to hear sometimes that you're not doing a good enough job. Like I hate it. I'm like, no, just make me feel wonderful, don't put me down. But that's just my Leo coming out in me, and I hate negative feedback, but it's good because then I'm like, well, now I got to be the best. So now I got to go back and do it better than I would have done it anyway. Because he caught me not doing it. And yeah, it's really good. So use your spouses, you guys. Use who's ever in your life that's close enough to you. It doesn't have to be in the business. Like use a friend. Use someone to like, if you have a really good friend that's willing to text every day and say, what did you do in your business today? Just to keep you, you know, up and going. Like find that supportive person in your family to keep you going. And like I am abundant enough to have probably 100 people in my little circle that continuously ask me, between Mike, Kate, the family, the group, my kids. I am abundant in people telling me that I'm not doing enough. So I am great at that. I kind of get kicked in the ass a lot. So, but it's good. It's a good feeling, right? Sometimes. So, yeah. Okay. Well, how are we all doing on our weekly goal? I know. Hi, Dee. Hi. Oh, are you gonna do this yet? Say hi. How are we all doing on our weekly goals? I know we set some big goals on Monday. So how's everything going with that? Nikki, I don't know if you were on Monday, but you were? Okay. How's it going with your goals? I know you said you've been kind of off a little bit, but have you accomplished anything that you've said that you were going to do this week?
Yeah, I did I messaged all my leads. And then I didn't launch my ad, but I actually like put it on my computer and got some pictures and stuff ready for it. But it's like Friday, so I don't want to put it up today. So I'll wait.
Sunday night's like the best time, I find, for me anyway, is Sunday night, because then it has time to build up before Monday morning, because Monday morning is always the morning I wake up with the most abundance amount of leads. So for me, I almost always post my ads on Sunday night, but that's what works for me. But but you can find out really easy in your back office, like your charts on your like days on what day did best. Like even your Pixel will show like what day did best, and it'll be pretty much like, if you have an ad that's been continuously running, right, or ads that have been continuously running, you should be able to see just by looking at the chart what day is best. And I always post the day before the what day is best on everything, because like even like your post engagements, like your daily posts and everything, those will all have stuff to show. And I always look at those timelines, see what day of the week is best for me. Like I think for Mike, it's actually not Monday. I think his is like Wednesday or Thursday that his best day is. But mine has always been Monday. And it's just like me and my age group. I know that I can only talk to people 23 to 28. Like nobody else wants to talk to me. So I know that that's all I can target. And I know that Monday is my best day. It's just, it is what it is. I've ran ads long enough now that I just know that. But yeah, you can look and see, and then that's how I plan out my ads.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go in there and actually look at and chart it.
Yeah, because your pixel's a really good way if you've been running your pixel consistently enough, right? You can also look at I think it's the overview on your ads accounts, and you can actually, it'll have the chart on the first one, like not once you get into campaigns, but the very first tab, and I think it'll show a chart of like, and you can set it to show like the month or whatever, and you should be actually able to see like, I think it'll actually say a numbered date, but if you go on your calendar and say like, okay, Mondays are whatever day, and just see what day of the week that is best for you, and just go from there. It's a good idea anyway to test it out to see if it works, right? Because I always have good luck posting my ads the day before I want to run them, like actually get them to convert. Okay, Miss Kate, how's your goals going this week?
Good. So I posted another ad on Tuesday. What is Tuesday? I think so. I'm bad with weekdays. And I was messaging with a lead yesterday. I'm gonna follow up on her today. So, and I did that same ad I took and put it into Instagram and just hashtagged the shit out of it. And I did that yesterday, and like in the first 4 hours I had 4 new followers. So
good.
That's pretty cool.
Another thing that you can do with Instagram, sorry to butt in, but I just want to quickly point on that, is if you find a post that is really engaging and you're getting a lot of followers and you're getting a lot of likes, another way to add new hashtags and like kind of broaden your horizon with that one is comment. Because in each comment you can have an extra, whatever it is, 20, 30 hashtags, but you can only do so much. Now in like the first thing, and then you can only do so much in each comment. The thing to remember at Facebook, do you have your Instagram set up as a business or set up as a personal?
Yeah, no, it's not a business.
Okay. I know recently they've changed a lot of things for like hashtagging and like your targeting for like what kind of audience you want and what kind of hashtags you're using. So you have to be careful. Don't always pick the hashtag with the most amount of people that have used it in the past, because it can get your comment removed and then all of your hashtags removed, right? So like don't use all of the ones that have 2 million things on them. You use some that only have 50,000, but even 50,000 is still a good hashtag, right? Like use some of the lower ones that still have good usage, and then don't always use the big guys. You could use maybe one, and don't always go after the same idea. Like if you're gonna say something like, you know, live free, freedom, like don't say the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I find that lately they've been a little bit more sticky with that, like continuously hashtagging the crap out of like one topic. You know what I mean? So like, oh shit, I need to run and grab my charger. I'll be right back. But yeah, keep going on your goals.
Sorry, it's gotten a little loud in the back of the car. Yeah, what else?
What about something in your personal life? Was anything? I know you've been manifesting a lot. Maybe share that with Nikki, because she wasn't on Thursday webinar last night, I don't believe, and I just was so in awe of like how our team, like the entire webinar, I feel like was our team explaining how our manifestation and our mindset and everything has changed their life this month. And I'm like, yay! It made me so happy, because like the percentage of that webinar was us. And you guys, we are making a difference in everything that we do, just by the little things that we've been implementing into our business this month. So I would love, if you're not too busy with kids and stuff, if you would quickly touch on it, Kate, for Nikki to hear, because your little story is pretty cute and empowering of how quickly manifestation can help you. And then Candace will do the same with you, because you had a lot of wins this week too.
Sorry. Yeah, I had to run to town because we're gonna fix our roof this week and we're gonna put a whole new roof on. So I had to go and grab some. Jason, be quiet. I had to grab some more food to feed the guys who are helping us. So, Yeah, no, I've been very consistent on reading the Magic. I'm absolutely no morning person, and I got up at like 6:40 easily this morning, and I was like, oh my god, awesome. Jason was already up. He's a morning person. I don't know where he gets it from. So I put him back in his room with a book, and he was quiet, so I could read the Magic on the couch. And it makes such a big difference if since I read it. I'm a lot calmer if with everything. I mean, I've been stressing out with Jason's 3 and Alice is 9 months old, so I've been stressing every time I go to town. I'm like, oh my God. Because he's really loud and he's testing boundaries like insanely crazy, and everything I say he opposes, and I have meltdowns like every day, and it just made me so much calmer. And I'm glad that I'm being consistent with that, because it helps me being consistent with, other stuff too. Because I'm not a really good housewife. Yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but that doesn't mean that I like to do the dishes and all the fun stuff. So, but it really helped me. And I listened to the audiobook of the 5-second rule, and that's really good. Although I have the same problem like Candace, when I read audios, I really have to focus because my thoughts are just wandering off. But I started to listen to more audios while I do like stuff like dishes, or when I go on my elliptical to get in some exercise when Jason's sleeping. Mister. And that really helps a lot, the 5-second rule. So, and what impresses me the most is I see that now that I'm getting more passionate and active again, it also changed my relationship to Adrian.
It's okay.
It also changed my relationship to Adrian, because, I mean, every guy likes an independent, strong woman, I guess I'd say. So, and I was that when we met like 10 years ago, and then, like life took over and I started to make excuses. That's what I said in the hangout yesterday. Like I had no self-confidence, and I completely forgot who I am and what I like to do and what's important to me. And I'm figuring that out again, and I made a huge jump in the last couple of weeks, and I can't even really tell you what was that specific thing or moment. It's just, I don't know, being consistent with more things really helps. And having good people in my life and reaching out to them, because, I was like always like on the comments, yeah, awesome community, great chance to meet people and everything. And I didn't really interact with anybody. And now I'm doing that, and it feels so good. And yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I really wanted to
like
give you
zoo in here.
Yeah, I just really wanted to give you a chance to like speak out again, because what you said last night on the webinar was huge, and I just want to give you every chance to reel in that success that you've had, and to speak it out loud, because every time you speak it out loud, you're manifesting more for yourself. Every time that you say, I have self-confidence, I have the commitment, and I have the self-worth for everything that I'm giving to myself. Every time you say that, you're only giving yourself more. So I honestly, every time that you want to talk, I am in, because you have been an amazing miracle this month. You have totally come out of your shell, just like Mike Smith, just like all these other people that haven't been involved in a lot of Zooms. Like you said, was just commenting just a comment, wasn't really interacting with the community and reaching out for more help. And you are taking those steps to better everything in your life. Like you said, your relationships, how you deal with the kids, everything that comes with this business. And it's huge. And I so love and appreciate everything that you do and the way that you're showing up. And it just makes me want to get on more Zooms with you guys, and it makes me want to be as available to you guys as possible, because when I see those changes, that's like, my heart was like, I was on fire last night. I was like, yeah, motherfuckers, we have so many like motivated, awesome, self-loving people in our team. And it's because you guys are showing up. It's because you guys are finally implementing something to get you out of your shell. And fuck, I can't wait to figure out what next we can do to help that, push that further. And like, I know events are really good, like Awaken and all that stuff, but there's so many things that we can do just in our little community to help that. So I'm really stoked. Candace, I would love for you to share too, because you guys have had, like Nikki's having a really hard time concentrating and doing all these things because she got baby coming. And I just want you to kind of share with Nikki your little story of the week, because you had a crazy fucking week. And most people would be like, put their hands up in the air and be like, my fucking life's over, right? And just listen to this, because it's huge, Nikki.
So we've been in here for about, we've been in here for about 6 months. And when we started doing personal development, and that for me is way easier than for my husband. And we went to the Vancouver event where he got a lot more inspired to really start applying manifestation and how your thoughts create your life and all of those things. So be quiet.
We love you, baby.
When we got back from Vancouver, we sat down and really came up with a routine that would work for us as a family. Because before, we were just doing it as soon as the kids went to bed. As like, you know, they were always being excluded. Like, they weren't a part of the manifestation. They weren't a part of the meditating. They weren't a part of any of that. And so when school started, every morning we get up and we do affirmations and we do gratitude as a family every single morning. And it forces us to do the gratitude, and in turn it helps us as a family. But what has come from that is, and this is pretty crazy, my husband worked for a company for 8 years, and he's been like promoted. He's at the top of the pay scale. He's extremely, extremely valuable. Like, they paid over $100,000 for his training. Okay, they started like, they seen that we went to Vancouver. For whatever reason, somebody said something. They started spying on him on Facebook and seen some of his job or his ad videos. Honey, please quiet. I'm on here. And they started an investigation on him is what happened. And they felt that the trust was broken and that they could no longer keep him. So he lost his career, which we have a mortgage. We have 3 kids. We have everything. Over 2 days of his own personal time because they felt trust was broken. So normally, now if you knew my husband, I've always been like the positive one, and he's always been the one that I'm trying to like convince that it's fine, it's okay, because I grew up way different than him. But he's like, they fired me and I was completely at peace with it. He's like, so much so that like it felt weird, like something was wrong with me. And he came up to where I was at my dad's house, and he said it wasn't until he had to tell me that he was in fact fired that he worried at all. And I guess he thought I was going to be mad. But I truly believe, because of all of our personal development and everything, that now I see like every opposition is there to push you to where you're supposed to be. And if I'm fully 100% honest with you, what we've been manifesting for the last 5 months was for my husband to be home, was for him to not have to be in this career, was for him to make more money, for him to be with us so that we could live the life that we want, create our life. And so we could have looked at him being fired as like, oh my God, our life is over and we have no money, we have nothing, and sit and wallow in it, or look at it like, we did it, we manifested this shit, like, oh my God, can you believe it? Because he literally was fired and hired within 24 hours and is doing the exact same thing, but not for the same company, making way more money, and he has control over when he's home. So is it exactly what we wanted? No. But I mean, does the universe ever be like, oh, you want that? Here, let's do this easily for you? No, because now we appreciate what we had in a different sense, because yes, it's our ad budget. It's our sense of security, which we still have now, but we really truly know where we want to go. And we know that it's possible to truly manifest the things that you want in your life, and that your thoughts do become your reality. So you start to kind of filter your thoughts a little bit more. Like, you can still have negative thoughts. Of course, everybody does. You're human and you have an ego, but to really know that you already have everything. And if you ask for it, it's coming to you. So it's super crazy. Because I mean, last weekend I was literally sorting pop cans, which I have not done in like over 15 years to get money. But that was for my ads budget, because I was like, no, screw this. I don't care. I'm still putting an ad out. And now this week, everything's okay.
I literally cried through that.
That is amazing.
Like, I heard it last night, but like hearing it again, just like you and me and 2 other girls, I was able to have this feeling and like have the goosebumps and like, fuck, dude, it's huge to be able to take that and see it in a way that, yeah, we manifested this. We wanted this. We wanted you to get tired. You know, most people would be like, what the fuck is happening? And it's just like so amazing to see someone that I have been friends with since we were young, and to see the change that such a little time can do. And the where you're going is so fucking huge, and I'm so happy I recorded this, because the last time that you said something fucking amazing, I didn't record it, and now it's recorded, so you can go back on there and use some of that shit for a fucking ad, and use that passion and listen to this video anytime that you're feeling down or not. You can save this goddamn video, because it's fucking huge. You guys conquered the fucking world. And you made everything that you wanted come true.
Well, and it's crazy, because like we started this to have financial freedom. And what we've actually taken from this so far is more life-changing than a tool could ever be. Like a money-like tool, like who we are becoming, and who we are becoming as parents, and for our kids, and who our kids are now becoming because of a choice to join an online community it's crazy. Like, it's nuts. Like, who Dustin is today compared to who Dustin was 6 months ago is a completely different man. And I'm just like forever grateful. It's crazy, because things are happening. And it doesn't just happen for us. It can happen for you, Nikki. It happened for Kate. It happened for you. And it can happen for everybody. And I'm so excited. I am.
The whole fucking room's crying.
I know. That is so awesome.
I probably should have cut that part. That was a little bit too much. I feel like, oh my God, what an amazing feeling to know that it's not about the money. Because if it was about the money, every single one of us would be rich already.
Exactly.
It's not. It's about feeling that way and knowing that you're changing the next generation for your kids. Knowing that you're doing something so much more powerful than money could ever give them.
Well, yeah. Because, I mean, the wrong person with money doesn't get anywhere. Their true intention isn't for any greater good. And I feel like at the beginning of this, my intention was a little screwed. It was for myself, which, yeah, that's good and that's great. And, you know, that would change my life. But what good is it if only my life changes? Really? Like, really? And to have this vehicle that we possess, and that we're a part of this community, and to have these people that literally change your life on a daily, and to not share that, like, the idea of that now is that my idea of what I'm sharing is so different compared to what it was when I first started. And I feel like that's what people, like, I have a little taste of it, and I feel like Ashley and you guys and, you know, Matt and all those people, that they see it that way. And it takes your own personal development to get yourself to a place where you see that you have something that is actually changing people's lives, not because of money, but because it changes who you are. And
it's so amazing to watch that journey for every single person, because every single person is a whole lot different. Like there's so many people on our team that still feel like money is the biggest drive, or still feel like, dude, Michael, you just missed out on the best Zoom ever. We were all crying. But I recorded, we recorded it for you, so you can watch us later. It's just so amazing to watch the journey that every single person takes, because it's so different for every single person. What they take from this business is so different. And it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if you don't make a sale in 6 months, or if you make a sale in your first 2 weeks. The sales don't matter. It's what you do within that time frame to change everything. Because that sale is not going to change everything. It's what you do in that time frame that's going to change fucking everything. It's just so amazing to see, because every single person comes in here with the same intent.
Yeah.
And then we all leave with our own journey and our own paths and our own destiny. Just like Michael, well, actually, I gave Michael the quote last night, but the quote, we cannot be a victim of our history. We have to be the master of our destinies. And we all come in here as victims of our history, because we, as leaders and as these ad creators, all point to the pain points. That's how we get, the sales, is by pointing at the pain points. So every single person comes in here as a victim of their history. And then as they come out and go through the journey, they come out as masters of their destiny, because every single one of us knows that we can create whatever the fuck we want.
For sure.
And that, it's just crazy. It's just fucking crazy. I love it. Oh, what a good morning, you guys. So happy. Yeah, and it is an amazing feeling when you know that not even you solely has helped somebody, but what you have been able to hand them has helped somebody. Because I didn't help you come to those realizations, Candace, but I did help you take the step in getting involved in something that could.
Well, yeah,
Right?
because that's who I am, and seeing you with something that I associated with a scam. Well, I know you're not a scam. I went to school with you, we hung out at parties. Like, I love you. I know that that's not you. So I'm like, what the hell? Okay, wait. And then, it's crazy because just backstory, I learned about this business about 2 weeks after my mom passed away. And I started to really try to find something, and I didn't want to just look way too far into the future. I didn't want to leave the world and not have something for my kids. And just those things brought up a whole bunch of stuff for me. And so I started looking again for something online so I could still be home with my kids or whatever, but I'm also super skeptic. And so I found it, and then I dismissed it heavily, and not for any real reason, but for the own lies I told myself. And then 10 months later, I see a picture of Catherine with Erik Carlson, and I was so mad at myself. Oh my God. I was like, are you serious right now? And so I'd already been on a path of really trying to be okay spiritually and understand the other side and understand energy and all of these things. And now through being a part of the business and the personal development and learning even more, when I first started doing manifestation, it was and this may sound silly, but it was because I tried to add Matthew Jang as a friend, and he denied me. No, he did. He said, sorry, I have too many friends, that BS lie thing that you get Facebook to tell. And I was like, oh, I was so no. So then I was like, hey, I'm going to manifest Brian and Ashley being my friend, because I didn't know any of them, never been on Zooms with them. And then Ashley liked it, or accepted my friend request, to be an actual friend. And then I was like, I did it. And friend, not, but she's already just such a sweet girl. But then Brian, and then Erik Carlson, and then I just kept manifesting very small things, and then I kept making them bigger and bigger and bigger. And now I manifested my husband's job away and more money. So I mean, it worked.
I manifested my husband's job away, which was kind of stressful for 5 minutes, and then it was good. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
it's
good.
kind of
I
moment.
am I'm like in a freaking ecstasy right now. I'm like, yay! This whole week I've just been so stoked on everything that every single one of you is saying, because you're all stepping out and having that self-confidence, that self-worth to actually step out and speak and tell your stories and let people hear. Because that's how we're going to change people's lives, by speaking out and giving our opinions and giving what impacts we've had on our life and sharing that with others. Because if we're not doing that, we are not giving the world what we should be giving. We're holding that in as a secret, like you said in your little, not go live, but whatever, our testimonials last night. Like, you're holding that stuff in and you're keeping it a secret, and you're not giving the allowance to the world to hear about it, to dwell in what you're dwelling in.
Yeah. Because your darkest thought of yourself could be someone's shining light.
Yeah.
Like, you sharing that could literally be someone's shining light that's like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm not alone. Okay, how are they fixing it? And by sharing who you truly are, not surface level like I was doing, just truly sharing you. It's like, for me, I stepped out last week and I did a go live. Okay, terrified. Like, my heart was literally pumping for probably a good hour after I did it. But I shared about, it was like, this too shall pass, maybe like a kidney stone, but it'll pass. And I shared that a year prior, and I came up with my memories. And that was the day that we found out Dustin was being put under investigation and might lose his job. And I was like, you know what? Like, screw this. It's fine. We're going to be good. And I shared something, and some random person I've never met before searched me out, seen my go live, and sent me the most sweetest message. She's like, you literally just changed my whole outlook on my situation. Like, I feel like I can take a breath of like relief and just know it's going to be okay. And she's like, thank you. And like, I was crying. I was like, are you serious? Like, because I felt like, hey, people are not going to care about this, but I'm just going to do it because I could. And it literally, something that you think doesn't matter really does matter to somebody somewhere.
It matters to one other person at least. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
And you're being selfish for keeping it to yourself. So totally. Oh, you guys, what a great morning Zoom. Fucking love this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's telling you that they missed it. Hi, Iris. Yes, come on, you're gonna do it one day. Do it.
Yeah, hi.
Oh yeah, hi, Tipsters. Hi, Vivi.
Yeah, I know. It's funky.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to put this one into our support group, this Zoom meeting. I recorded it. I think it's super valuable for everyone to hear as a good morning wake up, and Candace, and save it. I think you will be able to save it in the little buttons if you open up the video first and then click on the buttons instead of clicking on the buttons right on directly on the post. You should be able to save it, because this is something you need to save. Oh,
well, I wish I did my hair now.
Whatever, not for an ad, just for you. Anytime that you're having a bad day, come back to the Zoom, dude. Feel that moment of when you could have had a really bad week. It's pretty fucking powerful. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, okay, I love you guys. I'm gonna head out. I still need to blow dry my hair, and I think I have somebody coming over. So I love you guys. Have a really, really good day. Love and appreciate you. And I will talk to you. I probably won't do a Zoom tomorrow morning. I'm doing yoga and a hike. So I'll talk to you guys Sunday morning.
Sunday fun day.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, girls. That was awesome. I needed that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was good for all of us.
Yes, definitely. Okay, bye, ladies.
Love you. Bye.